Everything in this series works with the chairs swapped. A landlord facing unpaid rent has the same 3 branches a tenant has. Attempt structured resolution at a fixed cost. File properly if it fails, or write it off if the honest answer is neither. And the structured demand recovers arrears faster than most judgments do, because a judgment recovers possession, but a letter recovers money. Let's say plainly what this desk is, because this is the episode where it matters most. We read positions. We do not pick sides. Roughly half of the strongest files that cross this desk belong to landlords. The owner with 1 mortgaged apartment and a tenant 3. Checks deep in silence is not a caricature of power. He is a person with a cash flow problem and a legal process he has never used. This episode is his. The mechanics first, because the law gives the landlord a clean sequence, and most landlords skip its first step. Unpaid rent is a ground for eviction during the tenancy, but only after the tenant has been served written notice and given 30 days to pay. Served properly, through the notary public or by registered mail, the same formality standard as everything else in this law. The angry phone call does not start the clock. The agent's WhatsApp does not start the clock. 30 days from proper service, the ground exists. Before it, legally speaking, nothing has happened. Now, the strategic point that separates this episode from a legal summary. Ask yourself what you actually want. If the answer is possession, the tenant out, the unit back, the statutory route is the route, and episode 27 covers filing in full. But if the answer is money, and for most landlords it is money, understand what a judgment is. A document, a powerful one, against a tenant with a salary and a life in Dubai, a nearly worthless one against a tenant who's left the country. Execution is where arrears, claims go to die, and no filing fee is refunded for discovering it late, which is why the structured demand, sent early, outperforms the case it precedes. A resolution letter to a non-paying tenant does 3 things at once. It serves the formal function, documented, dated, deliverable evidence of demand. It opens the only conversations that recovers money from a tenant in genuine difficulty. A payment plan in writing with dates and consequences. And it signals, calmly, that the next document is a filing, which is precisely the signal that moves the tenant who can pay, but has been choosing not to. Most arrears files resolve at this letter, either in payment or in a plan, weeks before a hearing would have been scheduled. The step before you file is also the fastest route to the money. Disputed RA operates the demand at a fixed fee. The details are on the site. The Honest Branch, Landlord Edition, because you were promised it too. If the tenant is gone, the checks are worthless paper, and the trail says judgment proof. Write it off, take the possession route for the unit, and stop spending money on principal. The only branch where the number goes down is sometimes the exit. Match the size of the response to the size of the certainty. A filing against a ghost is a large bet on a hand you have already seen. A desk that would happily bill you 2,499 United Arab Emirates dirhams to chase a ghost is exactly the desk episode 16 warned you about. So when the file says ghost, the recommendation says write off. Beyond arrears, the same sequence handles the rest of the landlords list. Unauthorized subletting, the bed space operation you found. On the inspection is notice, evidence, sequence, use of the property in breach of contract, the same. Damage beyond the deposit, itemized demand, invoices attached, response window. Exactly the deposit letter from episode 20, run in reverse. The law's formality requirements are not tenant protections that landlords suffer. They are the checklist that makes a landlord's file undeniable when it is done right the first time. Attempt structured resolution at a fixed fee. If resolution fails, file properly. If the honest answer is neither, walk away. The RDC decides disputes. Most disagreements don't need deciding, they need resolving, and most arrears just need demanding formally before the relationship burns. Escalation is a decision, not a default. In either chair. Next episode, back to the tenant side and the eviction notice that came back to haunt the landlord who served it, the reletting compensation claim.